Good afternoon, welcome to Bramall Lane. Two clubs with plenty of reasons to be cheerful going head-to-head this afternoon. Sheffield United in excellent form, looking to collect a fourth win in 5 league games. Nottingham Forest, fourth in the table, a third of the way into their first season at this level, arrived with a fine away record and a hunger to stay in touch with the promotion contenders. Well, a lot of the Sheffield United 11 seems to pick itself at the moment. More than half of the side today has started every league game. Charlie Devlin and Amy Andrews have been linking up very successfully in the attack, while illness in the Nottingham Forest camp has contributed to 3 changes in their starting 11. Emma Head, Cara Hamilton and Rachel Rowe also coming in, with Forest looking as if they could revert to a back 3. Boyd-Lorca looking for Garcia, and Rowe still trying to carve out the chance. The angle just wasn't quite there for Rowe, but she'll take the corner. Chloe Mustaki readying the set piece, looking at a congested 6-yard area. Rogers coming for it. Boyd-Lorca with the strike, blocked. Thomas, another superb block coming in. Well, Devlin had to make the challenge and did. Fell kindly for Thomas here. Devlin sliding to prevent a goal-bound effort. One of the curious things about Nottingham Forest's season so far is, despite the fact they're fourth on the table, they're yet to lead a game at half-time. So they can change that equation here. Boyd-Lorca, lovely ball to Garcia. Can she find the shooting chance? Kinsit trying to close her down. Rowe now! Just wide. Well, Cam was across to make life difficult there for Rachel Rowe. And that just drifts past the post from Rachel Rowe. Revel. Rourke. It's a good move. It's a good effort, and it's off the crossbar. Well, Tammy George with the spectacular attempt, and it nearly paid off. Rowe. Driving into the penalty area and going for goal. And Rogers getting a hand to it. Good work from the Sheffield United goalkeeper. Rowe taking on the effort. Had to make sure as well, did Rogers, that wasn't palmed into the path of the oncoming Hamilton. Hamilton still fighting for it. Andrews can take this on though. Beating of one already. Devlin up with her, so is Thomas. Amy Andrews onto Devlin, and Thomas in the area now. It's Thomas, and it sits over the top. Thomas fired the deflection, forcing the save from Batty. Boyd-Lorca looking to twist and turn, open up an opportunity. Lauren Thomas on defensive duty for Sheffield United. Boyd-Lorca still with it and gets it back from Rowe, and Boyd-Lorca, well, it's on target, but it's a fairly straightforward stop for Sian Rogers. Once again, Chantal Boyd-Lorca showing her threat. Kinsit. Andrews making it with Devlin. And take it on. And an excellent stop. Bristow with the effort, Batty with the save, and it remains goalless. Sizes up the situation. Revel making the run and almost getting ahead to it. This is still not dealt with. Revel, and tipped over the top by Batty. Jess Revel here, wanted it more in the air, just couldn't divert it away from Batty. Another Sheffield United corner. It'll come back to Devlin. Well, Rogers hasn't quite got hold of that, and Rouse with the effort. And off the post. Well, the shot coming in from Thomas is smuggled behind again. Thomas. Moving away from Lafayette. It's good feet from Thomas, and now Boyd-Lorca. Sizing up the opportunity for the shot. Revel in the way. Kins it with the clearance, but that was after a foul had been committed. Hamilton is the player on the deck. And Walker is the only one standing anywhere near the ball. She's taking on the strike, and it had to be palmed away. Rogers shoveling it away from danger. Nottingham Forest just having their own spell here. March towards the area. Both sides claiming the decision. It's going to be a corner. And the opportunity here for Forest. And it's not been dealt with yet. And past the post. Well, it was the captain, Georgia Brome, who got the final touch. Rogers coming out here. And as it came to Brome, it came very quickly. It only could succeed rather in putting it past the post. And that is the full-time whistle. Point apiece. As Nottingham Forest had the better of the first half, but had to weather a bit of a storm in the second. Honours even then at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United 0, Nottingham Forest 0.
So Carly, a 0-0 draw today. What are your reflections on that performance?
I'm pleased with the clean sheet and the resilience that the back line and Emily showed in that spell of, I think, 10 minutes where they were on top and they had momentum. That's going to happen in games of football, particularly against good sides in this league. So pleased with that. I think we're disappointed because we see this as 2 points dropped. I think it's a game that we should be coming and taking all 3 points. I think in the first half it was a very dominant display, but for all the possession that we had, we didn't quite create any clear-cut chances in the final third, and that's an area that we definitely need to look at and do a little bit of work.
Is that the frustration today, that when we were on top we didn't take those chances?
Yeah, listen, you've got to capitalise when you're as dominant as we were in the first half, and I think you know a team rides that pressure out. They're always going to get a bit of moments, some moments in the game themselves, which is what we've seen, and we rode a little bit of luck. I say luck. It was some unbelievable saves from Em, but that's what you want from your goalkeeper. So I'm absolutely delighted for her and the back line that we've managed to keep that clean sheet. That's something we haven't seen enough of this season, so we take that as a positive, but listen, we have to be better in the final third. We have to turn that possession into clear-cut chances, and I think it was few and far between today.
You spoke on Em there. There was 4 massive saves from her in the second half. Just a word on her performance.
Yeah, unbelievable. She's a top goalkeeper. Not only can she play with her feet, but she also has the ability to do what you've seen today, and in those big moments she stepped up, and I think she deserves that credit and the plaudits today. It could have been a very different outcome. I think across the board a draw is probably a fair result, but we're still disappointed because we still see it as 2 points dropped.
Attention now turns to Saturday. How much is the group looking forward to taking on Man City?
Yeah, it's going to. I mean, it's a big opportunity to test yourselves against some of the best in the world. They're one of the most informed WSL clubs at the moment, obviously sitting top of the table as it stands today. You know, we watched them yesterday. They're very well coached, very well organised, very fluid. So it gives us a good test, I think, without the ball. But look, that's what you want. These are the levels that this club wants to get to. And to do that, you need to test yourselves against the best. So we'll look forward to it, we'll prepare for it, and yeah, we'll just enjoy the occasion.
Yeah, I think we had a really strong first half, didn't capitalise with it on the goal, and then second half we weren't as at the same level, but today it's pleasing to come away with a clean sheet. That's what we've been driving after for the last few weeks, so that is a positive.
We were on top, particularly in the first half. Was the frustration that we didn't take those chances?
Yeah, we're creating chances, so obviously we want to convert when we are on top, but the pleasing thing is we were creating them throughout the game, so there are opportunities there for us, and I'm sure going forward we'll convert them.
And for you personally, your reflections on your performance today?
Yeah, obviously nice to contribute with some saves and help keep a clean sheet. As defensive players, that's what we've been going after, so that's really pleasing. So yeah, really happy to contribute to help get a point.
There was a part of the second half there, 3 consecutive saves. What was that like, keeping those out?
A bit chaotic but enjoyable. As a GK, you obviously don't want to get involved on a match day, but you know you want those moments to test yourselves, and we've been working as a GK union for those moments, so we were ready for them.
Next up is Manchester City at the City Ground. How much are you looking forward to that occasion?
Yeah, it's exciting. I played them there before a few years ago, so it's always best to test yourself against some of the best players in the world, and especially in the WSL, and they're doing well there. So it'll be a great test for us, and it's an exciting one. We can go in there and just have nothing to lose, so hopefully we can cause an upset of some sort.